Hey guys, this is going to be a review of Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Episode 10, Terra Firma Part 2, and I wrote reviews for episodes 7 through 9 on my blog, which includes Terra Firma Part 1, so I'll include a link to my blog in the description in case you want to read what I had to say about those episodes. At the start of this episode, Georgiou is back in the Terran universe, and she's trying to change things, but she is still very Terran in how she goes about things. It's clear that being in the Prime universe has changed her perspective slightly, but just slightly. It's kind of a weird thing to watch because she is different enough that the Terrans around her start questioning her. Like, she doesn't kill Michael immediately, she saves a Kelpian Saru, but at the same time she's willing to torture Michael quite horrifically, and she doesn't seem too concerned about keeping Saru as a slave. It's just eating him that seems to bother her. So it's very almost bizarre to see the Terrans treating her like she's gone soft or something, when by human standards she very much hasn't. Georgiou's attempt to change what happens and get Michael to come back to her and be loyal doesn't work. She ends up killing Michael anyway, but the Guardian of Forever, who's guarding the door that I still don't understand, says that that's good enough and he will save her. Honestly, the door thing, I'm not, like, there's no explanation for it, and it's just, nothing about it makes sense, and it kind of bothers me. I do know that the Guardian of Forever thing is from the original Star Trek. As I've mentioned a million times before, I've never watched the original Star Trek like all the way through. I've only seen bits and pieces of other Star Trek series, but I do know that that's from the original series. I only learned that after I watched this episode, so like I get that it's kind of a callback to the old series, but it bothers me so much how that door thing makes no sense. Georgiou is one of my favorite characters in the series, largely because of the actress, but I feel like this episode could have been so much better. It didn't really live up to my expectations of a Georgiou focused episode, which is kind of disappointing. One thing I am happy about is that I finally understand how the Section 31 series is happening, because I was so confused when Georgiou went to the future with them, because I figured that the Section 31 show is going to be taking place in the past where Discovery originally was. So I wasn't expecting her to go to the future with them, and then when they went to the future, she was sticking with them, and we haven't heard, unless I've forgotten something, we haven't had any mentions of Section 31 still existing and where the Discovery is now. So I was very confused about how that was going to work, so I'm glad that now that finally makes sense. And I finally understand how the Section 31 show is going to happen. But that makes it really interesting, because presumably Georgiou is going to remember the future. So she's going to have experienced that future, and it's going to be interesting to see how that affects the show, I think. The last scene between Georgiou and Michael was really sad. I'm not sure that I entirely believe their sentiments, like Michael being like, what I feel for you is for you, not my own version of Georgiou or whatever. I'm not sure how true that is, really, because I know, obviously, Georgiou has, like, helped Michael and things since coming to the Prime Universe, because Michael reminds her of her Michael, but at the same time, have they really had that much time together to really bond as their own universes, versions of themselves? I don't know. I don't fully buy that, but I did think that it was a very emotional scene and like done well emotionally. I am sad that Georgiou is gone from the show now, because she is one of my favorite characters, but I am really excited for the Section 31 show that'll be focused on her. Like, super excited about that. And I'm excited to see what happens with the Discovery's crew from now on. But that's all that I have to say about this episode, so I will see you guys later. Bye.